It's Friday, time for another episode of Ever Roaming. Well, as you can see this week, I'm coming to you from my sun porch because it's raining outside. Before we get started, remember to subscribe to my channel and hit the little bell down there so you get notified when I put out a new video, hopefully every Friday. I'm just going to give you a brief overview for this video because it's actually a pretty long video. I decided to put up some of my trip to the Sierras last summer. I feel like we could all use some beautiful scenery and inspiration and some views of the trail since we can't get out there. This video is going to be day one when I arrive at Onion Valley, and then it's also the first day of my actual hike. So from Onion Valley over Kearsarge Pass to Charlotte Lake. You're going to see some maps in the photos that are in the video. Because you're so far into the Sierra, I decided that I was going to take pictures of my big map that I had because I didn't want to carry the extra weight. So I had marked out on there sort of my game plan. So you'll see those in there. Some important things to note about this section: plenty of water. It's not like the desert. You don't need to carry, four plus liters at times. You do need to get some permits, and it's actually pretty easy for the time of year that I went. I went in late August, and I just went into the Inyo Forestry Service office near Lone Pine, and I got lucky. I went in and I got a walk-up permit. The original plan for this trip was to go from Kearsarge Pass to Bishop Pass, which would take me over Kearsarge Pass, then over Glen Pass, then Pinto Pass, then Mather Pass, and then down the Golden Staircase and through a beautiful valley, and then I would have gone up and over Bishop Pass to get out. You'll see what happens in some later episodes, whether I make it there or not. But it was freaking gorgeous. The whole place, just since I was a little girl going by the Sierras, I always dreamt of going up into the high Sierra. I would be on the 395 looking up there and thinking, God, I wonder what it's like to be up there in that rugged, beautiful area. So you're going to experience that and share that with me in this video, and I hope you enjoy it. The first night I stayed at Onion Valley. If you go on Recreation.gov, you can get the camping reservation for Onion Valley. I got pretty lucky. There's not always reservations. And when you're looking on Recreation.gov, make sure you reserve for the higher up campground. It's around 9,000 feet. It lists the campground as dry camping, but there is water if there's a good snow melt. There's 3 gorgeous waterfalls that come down in that valley, and I was able to collect water there. I did bring extra water in the car just in case I couldn't have water until I got going on the trail. Also, something else in this section. So the logistics of getting in and out of this section were a little interesting. At Onion Valley, a lot of the trailheads along that side of the Sierra, there are big parking lots and there's campgrounds and there's people who park their cars. Some of the trailheads aren't as popular, so you have to be careful where you come out. But Onion Valley is one of the very popular ones because of Kearsarge Pass and the Ray Lakes. So you can leave your car there, and then my plan was to go out Bishop Pass, and then there's a big parking lot there. So I was pretty sure I could get a ride from someone, get a hitch into town in Bishop, and then I was going to catch the bus south on the 395. I also saw a posting that somebody left. They offer rides pretty inexpensive. There are some approved transit companies, but when I called them, the minimum was $240, and that's just not really worth it. That's a lot of money. So I hope you enjoy this. Let's go backpacking. Tomorrow, I will be up in those Sierras. So excited! This is the insane view driving up this road to Onion Valley to get to Kearsarge Pass. It's amazing. This is one of two waterfalls here that I can see at Onion Valley so far. This one's very nice, and then I was standing here and I could hear something in the distance, and on the other side of my campsite, I don't know if you can see it on this video, but way up there is a spectacular waterfall. So I'm in my tent in Onion Valley before I go up into the higher Sierra to do the JMT and PCT from Kearsarge Pass to Bishop Pass. And tonight I am surrounded here by 3 waterfalls, and the sound is just so relaxing and beautiful. Okay, so I put the headphone on. Hopefully you can hear better with the mic. I tried to record some stuff last night, but the audio wasn't good with all the waterfalls in the background noise that they make. So hopefully this will work better. Anyway, okay, so today is August 21st. I am going to do Kearsarge to Bishop section of the PCT. It's beautiful here. I'll give you just a little shot in a moment. Last night it actually got really cold. It was the first time I've ever actually closed my Z-Packs 5-degree bag. I was only wearing my 250 Smart Wool. In later videos I will go over different gear and what's working and what's not, and my experiences with it in different conditions and settings. I don't have enough information yet on everything to really talk about that. But I do love my sleeping bag. And it was my first night last night, my Plexamid, and it was very comfortable. There was no condensation this morning because the humidity here is so low, and I was on a dirt surface. So I haven't had to experience that yet, so I can't speak to that yet either. But I'm very excited about doing, it's going to be around 66 miles total because of the going up Kearsarge Pass, and then 13 something, that's part of the 66, 13 miles coming down Bishop. So counting the 2 passes, one up, one down, and the trail itself, about 66 miles. I'm going to pace myself. I'm going to do this I'm trying to do it in 5 nights, 6 days. I know I probably could go faster, but I haven't backpacked at elevation like this yet. It was good to acclimate here in Onion Valley last night at 9,100 and something feet. So it's absolutely beautiful. Let me give you some video to show you. So there in the distance you can see one of the waterfalls. That was just up above where my campsite was. You can see the beautiful rugged Sierras tops up there. And this is where I'm going to be going, is up into these mountains. And I'll show you the trail start in a moment. There's some switchbacks on this hill here. And I'm not sure exactly where I go up here. You can't see it from here, but there's another waterfall
over in that direction. I believe there's 3 because I can hear another one in the middle. I just can't see it. So yeah, I'm all packed up and back of my Subaru, and there's my backpack all loaded. It's kind of tricky getting the bear can and all the gear in, but I think I figured it out. I tried putting the bear can on the top and it kept slipping off when I was trying it at home, like moving around and feeling the balance. So I went with inside. Later on I'll take some video and show you how I got it in there. That's it for now. See you on the trail. Okay, so Onion Valley Campground is listed as a dry campground. There are water spigots, but they're covered. But I'm not sure if this is probably seasonal, but there is a great creek because of those waterfalls and the snowmelt running down here. I can imagine though in years where there's not as much snowfall, there may be times where this would be dry or a trickle. But right now, if you have a water filter, there's an absolutely gorgeous source of water. All right, here is the trail marker for Kearsarge Pass Trail. I am going to head up and I'll see you again closer to the top. As my friend Heidi would say, into the woods. So on the trail here, I'm about a mile in, and the trail has like a stream trickling down it. On the side here, all through this area, we can see it's very green. There's a lot of springs that are coming down. Could be melted snow, could be springs, because up above it's very arid and dry looking. It's hard to say, but beautiful, cold. But yes, there is a third, you can see this, the trail here is all wet. There is a third waterfall in this valley that I could hear last night, and it's rushing down all through this canyon that cuts down to where I got my water by the campground. So hopefully I'm gonna get close enough to that to see it get water. So beautiful. You can see there's still a little bit of snow up there. Well, I'll see you at the waterfall. And now I'm climbing to Mordor. The trail goes through a boulder field Thank you, trail maintenance people. This is a lot of work that you had to do here to make this trail. But yes, I'm climbing to Mordor. Precious, precious. And now the trail changes again. More of an alpine forest. So beautiful. You can hear water running somewhere over there. Well, I'm definitely up in the Sierra now. It's all rocky here, and there's some snow patches on the sides of these mountains here, very close to the trail. Really cool area. Oh my gosh. And there's what's left of a little snowmelt lake. This is a lot more work than I anticipated. I'm barely going maybe a mile an hour. A lot of elevation gain in a really short time. Okay, I think it's taken like 6 hours, 5 hours of actual walking time to get here. Oh my gosh. Oh wow. That's amazing. This view is crazy. Oh my gosh. It's beautiful. Found this really pretty meadow with what looks like a wild iris, purple. I was walking by, I was wondering what I was going to do about water for this next stretch here because I didn't go down by the lakes. Mosquito. But then I was walking along and I saw this green and I can hear water trickling. There's a spring here. So, filling up. And I'm going to walk to Charlotte Lakes, hopefully, before the sun sets. I think so. This is so beautiful. Just giving my feet a break. Oh. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. A little waterfall coming down. So pretty. One of those wild iris looking flowers. And then I have a crossing. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna ford this. Let's see. I made it. So I just walked from way over there to here, and I am now standing on the John Muir Trail / PCT, going both directions here. And there's the sign. And I'm gonna go to Charlotte Lake for tonight, so 0.7, and then I'll be back on here tomorrow.